Welcome, Knicks Nation. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're having a good and safe weekend and that everybody is healthy and that your family's doing well too. Welcome to Bostino, Miss Edwards, Donnell, 140th Street, June Man. Who else? Flatbush, Bernadette Lumley, Woody Stephen Lee. Kendall, welcome to you. Miss Stevenson, welcome to all of you. Brother Baldy, welcome to you. So July 1st is coming up. Let's see, today's the 28th. July 1st is in 3 days. So we got July 1st coming on Wednesday. Okay. Welcome, Henry Perez. Don't get it personal if I don't catch you. Guilford McCormick, welcome to you. Miss Sonia Mills, good morning. Jeff Abrahamson, what's up, man? Corey Lindsay, Judith Smith, welcome to all of you. Brother Lonnie, what's up, man? Security, what's up? 45 reasons you need to stay cool with Brother Lonnie. Jay Nix, what's up? Jerry Nesbone, William Vickers, what's up, y'all? So, look, sometimes it takes me a minute to figure out what's going on. But if you've been around my channel over the last 5 years, eventually I do figure out what's going on. And some say, well, how do you know? Because I know what prudent management looks like. And I've seen other teams, like I said, San Antonio's, the Boston's, the Miami's. I've seen prudent management do certain moves. And now we have the Don. And we got prudent management. And I realized years ago that championships teams start with championship management. They got to know what the hell they're doing. And then they got to really communicate or have a coaching staff and the scouting department and, of course, the capologists that they can all be on the same page. And sometimes it doesn't happen right away. And sometimes there's mistakes that are made. For example, the Don has been exemplary in his management of the Knicks, but he made some mistakes. Kemba Walker was a mistake. Evan Fournier was a mistake. Sometimes they make mistakes. Cam Reddish was a mistake. Sometimes they make mistakes. But for the most part, you can tell what they're going to do just based on the template of what good management does. Unfortunately, in New York, we got a lot of media people and people that are loud that make emotional statements that make no sense. For example, I saw recently somebody said that Goga Batadze would be a good pickup for the Knicks. And I know they obviously didn't do any homework. Goga Batadze is owed $8 million this year. The Knicks can't afford that. So no, we're not going to get him. Okay. Then there were people talking about Jonathan Isaac. Well, look, Jonathan Isaac is guaranteed $8 million. Now, Orlando's got to pay him, but they waiving him for both financial reasons and health reasons. Isaac is -3 when he's on the court. You don't want that. Okay. Let's talk about the top priorities. And before I'm going to go into the Okkie Doke part in a second, but let's talk about the top priorities. Moussa Diabate, perfect age. He's 25. He's at the minimum. He's +11. Did you hear what I said? When he's on the court, it's +11. Moussa. Okay. Yves Missy. We talked about him. Yves Missy is about 22. When he's on the floor, he's +5. 22, minimum contract, +5. What does that tell you? There's upside. There's upside. You would like to get a guy you can plug and play that has upside. Okay? Then we talked about Adem Bona. He's 23. When he's on the floor, +12. Did you hear me? +12. And he's 23. That's what you want. Okay, that's what you want. Then everybody's, for some reason, infatuated with Nick Richards. He's a solid player, But when he's on the floor, his team is -8. You want -8? See, some people be throwing out names without thinking. I don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. And then when the guy doesn't play right, you start complaining. Some of y'all, Anyway. So this is how you want to look at these things. You want to look at the guy's track record. You want to look at his age. You want to look at his fit with the Knicks. Let's talk about the Okkie Doke. Are y'all ready? You ready to talk about the Okkie Doke? Now, look here. No, Precious is too expensive, Joshua. Precious is not coming to the Knicks on a vet minimum. Do you understand that? And he shouldn't. He has sacrificed when he was with the Knicks, and now he has found a home in Sacramento. Again, let's stop mentioning people that won't come here. Precious is not coming. Okay? What's up, Spacey? Okay. Look. Let's look at, for a second, LaMelo Ball. Are you ready? Y'all can hear me? Testing 1, 2, 3. I want to make sure you hear me because a lot of y'all don't hear, and then you asking questions later that we already answered. Kills me when somebody asks questions that's in a video I did. I could always tell when you didn't look at the video. You're asking questions that the video answered, right? Then they get mad at me when I say, please look at the video. Okay? Okay. iHeart, do y'all know why iHeart was able to stay in OKC? Do you understand what just happened? Many of y'all don't. Do you understand what just happened? Wait, do you know what just happened? They just traded 2 players and trimmed $17 million in salary and about $50 million in tax off their payroll. That's right. They traded away rotation players. That's how they made a decision. Their decision was Hartenstein was more valuable to them running another chip than the 2 players they just traded away. They made a decision. Isaiah Joe and I forgot the other guy, but they cleared space for Hartenstein by trading those 2 players. I did not know they would do that. Otherwise, they would lose Hartenstein. That's why they did it. Not only that, Hartenstein was worth $30 million a year on the open market. He just took 25 to stay with OKC. Okay, so he took a discount of a contract that would have given him about $15 million a year more than he got. I mean, $15 million total than he got to stay with OKC. So you combine them moving players, him taking the discount. That's why he's still in OKC. Does that make sense to you? That's why last August when I said he was going to be available, I didn't know they were going to trade away Wiggins and Isaiah Joe, which is what they did. Okay? All right. So what happened with LaMelo Ball? What happened with LaMelo Ball? So let's look at LaMelo Ball for a minute. I was looking at his career. Okay, look at this now. LaMelo Ball was drafted, as we know, number 1 by the Charlotte Hornets, 3rd overall, 1st round. And in his years with the Charlotte Hornets, he's played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. The first year he played 51 games, started 31 games. His second year he played 75 games. But then his 3rd year he was hurt. He played 36 games. His 4th year he was hurt. He played 22 games. His 5th year he was hurt. He played 47 games. His 6th year, this past year, he played 72 games. So what did they do? They parlayed this 72-game all-star-like season and to get rid of that salary. That's what they just did. Okay? Do y'all see that? So now they got Chicago clamoring for him, thinking they're getting Minnesota, a 72-game-a-year player, but they're not. They're getting a guy that might be able to play 72 games, but more than likely will not be able to play 72 games. Again, what a lot of people don't look at still to this day, they don't look at availability. Availability is a very important concept in the league if you want to win a championship. Speaking of that, in today's video, in the description box, I gave y'all the link to a February 6th article by the New York Times. New York Times is a pretty reputable, would you say? It's not like the New York Post. It's a pretty reputable newspaper, like, right? They usually are very good at investigating stuff. Everybody understand that? What did they say? That it was the Knicks' plan. And you know what? Mike Breen mentioned this during the course of the season. I don't know if y'all caught it, but he mentioned the same thing the article mentioned, that the Knicks purposely were going to limit Mitchell Robinson during the season to save him for the playoffs. Okay? So they weren't playing him back-to-back. If you remember, they didn't even, for the beginning of the season, they were doing what they call left ankle management. Remember that? And they would save him. And it was many times people were like, well, maybe he's going to play because he's been resting. Nope. They kept sitting him. And then in the playoffs, and then, of course, he's coming off the bench. So now we got Mitchell Robinson in the second round. They paid him, his biggest contract was $60 million. It'll probably be $60 million again. But because of the way they handled him, listen here, listen carefully. They already knew they were going to lose him. They already knew they were going to lose him. They already knew he wasn't coming back. So they were trying to maximize him while they had him. And what happened? Because of his performance, you see Ian Begley already report that there's some NBA team offering him a starting position. That's a sucker move right there, right? That's a sucker move right there. I mean, look, why am I saying that? Because listen, you and I know Mitchell Robinson's injury prone. He's maximized coming off the bench. If you offering him a starting position, you don't know what the hell you're doing. Okay, do that. Now, the only question left is, will the Knicks sign and trade him before July 1st, or are they going to let him walk? That's the only question. They already knew he was going. And some of y'all, including myself, was like, oh, man, damn, Dolan messed up. You know what? Dolan and them set us all up because we're all blaming Dolan. And he was setting himself up to be blamed. So we can take the heat off of the Don and let them do their business. You understand? All of us was blaming Dolan. It's Dolan's fault. Dolan's fault. And I said the same thing. Then I realized what they did. They did the Okkie Doke. They put all of us on Dolan and took all of us off of the Don. You know, this is the thing. The Don said something when he was on Roommate's show that was very telling too. He said, everybody is blaming McCall for the 5 picks. He said, I made the deal. I decided I wanted to pay 5 picks. But nobody blamed the Don. They were all blaming McCall as if McCall traded himself for 5 picks. Isn't that crazy? But that's exactly what people's attitude was. That's exactly what people. So Dolan purposely, they already knew he wasn't coming back. Mitch Rob wasn't coming back. It was the championship that put icing on the cake because now people are ready to overpay for him. Now, they could, like I said, they could maybe sign and trade him, or he could just walk on July 1st. And everybody's going to be tripping. And then, wait, the thing that was killing me, one of the things, is look at these idiots talking about, why didn't we draft a man in the second round? Why are you going to draft somebody in the second round for? To take Mitch Rob's place? Who the hell you going to draft in the second round this year that's going to replace Mitchell Robinson? That's going to be ready to play on the championship team. Who the hell are you going to draft in the second round? I was like, why are they saying this? They should have drafted somebody in the second round. They could have drafted this guy. No, they couldn't. No, they couldn't. Stupid. They're not bringing nobody in from the second round of the 2026 draft that's going to help them. Ain't nobody. So you got to get a guy that's been in the league a couple of years. You understand? That's Missy. That's Diabate, that's Bona, and I'll give you Nick Richards. I don't like him, but I'll give you him. But to me, the wild card, this dude was promoting this cat Jamarian Sharp like he was his damn agent. I mean, he kept putting these YouTube videos up. Some people get suckered by the YouTube video. I get you, but I do like the boy 7'5" that can play some defense. Okay, no, he don't play no offense, but neither did Mitchell Robinson. You understand? And he don't shoot no free throws, but neither did Mitchell Robinson. And that's a big wild card because the boy ain't got no NBA experience, G League experience, and NBA experience. And damn, if y'all keep mentioning this goddamn Moses Brown, I think I'm going to lose my mind. Moses Brown? Oh, my God. Some of y'all need to really get some help, man, for real. I'm like, what the hell? What we need that scrub for? He's a scrub. He is great in G League, but you put him on the NBA floor and he's a fold up, shriveled up scrub. I mean, damn. I'll be like, damn, what's wrong with some of y'all? What are you looking at? Anyway, so this dude Sharp is a wild card. He ain't got no NBA experience. I would like to see if the Knicks are interested in him. I would like to see them bring him in the summer league and see what he got. Okay, bring him in the summer league and see what he got. That's what I would do. Okay, so yeah, that's what I would do. So to me, Diabate is a minimum player. Missy's a minimum player, and Boner. Now the Knicks got, like, I want to say they picked up 5, right? 5 extra second round picks in this particular draft. They already had a whole bunch. So the Knicks got at least, let's just be conservative, 10 second round picks they could trade. So you approach any of these teams, if you're selling Mitchell Robinson for a sign and trade, you got to also bring another player that meets the money coming back. I know, exactly. Prezi, you ain't lying. Yeah, so that I was like, damn, they've been playing. I realized it this weekend. I said they've been playing us the whole time. They already knew, and that's when I look back at past articles. See, I wasn't looking at just YouTube videos. I was looking at past articles, and I remember Mike Bream said it was a meeting between the Knicks management and Mitchell Robinson's agents that they came to an agreement of how they were going to load manage him. Okay. So they already knew he wasn't coming back, but they were trying to maximize his value. Just like some of y'all caught the memo, right? When Muhammad Diawara didn't play and people said they were hiding him. Like they weren't going to use him in the playoffs, but they were hiding him. And guess who the first person they re-upped was? Muhammad Diawara. So they knew they were going to keep him. They wanted to make sure. What's up, boo? They wanted to make sure. So they got him. And they got him probably, I'm going to estimate it's about $2.8 million a year they got him for. I know Spot Rack has it at 5 times 2, but nah, it ain't that much. It's probably $2.8 million once the deal is announced. So they're going to keep that. And then remember now, you got to fill out your roster. It all counts against the cap. People say, well, we got $9 million, we can sign Mitch. No, you can't. You got to have enough to get to field. A minimum in the NBA is 14 players. You get 14 players that has to be on contract, or you get fined $4 million. The Knicks can't afford to get fined $4 million. So the money they got left over, they got to fit Shamit, and they got to fit minimum contract. And all of these dumbasses talking about Deuce might be the one to go. I'm wondering, where the hell did you get that? Like, I was looking at articles and people was looking at like that dude Yossi. I respect him. He was like, he's looking at the numbers and he was like, maybe Deuce's salary might have to go, but that's not a guarantee they're selling Deuce. They're keeping Deuce. Why would you get rid of a $4 million a year player that's worth twice that? That's stupid. No, he's not doing that. But if you look at Charlotte, they just lost LaMelo Ball. They just signed the boy they got from Chicago, Kobe White, and they still got Trey Mann, who's on an expiring deal. Now, if you know anything about Kobe White, would you agree with me if I said Kobe White is a combo guard? Do you understand what I say that? Kobe White is not a pure point guard. It's like Deuce. Deuce is not a pure point guard. He could play the position, but that's not his full-time position. Deuce is a combo guard. So is Kobe White. Okay? So what I'm saying is they could use a skilled point guard they could get cheap with upside. Do we have anybody like that on the Knicks? A skilled point guard they can get cheap with upside. Do the Knicks have anybody on their roster like that? Do they? That we can trade and come back with Moussa Diabate? Can they do that? Yes, we do. Now, Miss Edwards don't like it because she's the hive for this player. She's the hive. That's right. Tyler is the guy. He's a point guard with upside that they can plug and play. He can be in the rotation right away. And his salary is such that we can swap him for our boy Diabate. Now, they got Ryan Kalkbrenner, but Ryan Kalkbrenner, and he's got a lot of upside, Kalkbrenner. But I think he needs one more season. If the Knicks got him, it wouldn't be a bad thing. Right now, he's at -8 when he's on the floor. But I feel like somebody mentioned to me, and I feel like they wouldn't get rid of him because he's got so much upside that I'm thinking they don't want to probably get rid of that. I think he's their long-term 5. That's what I'm saying when I say Kalkbrenner. But it's obvious that Charlotte is now building around Miller, not Smith, Miller. The white boy with the K's, I forgot, Knuppel, and they're building around these cats because I heard they're gonna move your boy Bridges too, So I think so, Antonio. I believe so because first off, Kolek was projected to be a first rounder the year he was drafted. Kolek also got the biggest second round contract the Knicks ever gave anybody for a second rounder. Kolek did prove himself against San Antonio in the Cup. He was really doing well. Kolek has really, and I got on board with Kolek only in this past season. If you recall, I was against him, but I got on board with him because he has really worked his tail off and become a legitimate NBA point guard. I felt like his upside was TJ McConnell, and I still feel the same way. And I feel like he still got upside and he's going to get better. So I'm feeling like he's a good candidate to switch with Diabate. Okay. The Knicks right now, as I'm speaking to you, if they knew, for example, if I'm correct, and they knew they were going to let Mitch Robb go, don't you understand they already got priority guys that they're targeting? Like, see, everybody was surprised that they didn't re-up Mitch and cross the second apron. But Dolan took the lead on that when he made an official announcement, we're not crossing the second apron. That should have told everybody right there, Mitchell Robinson's gone. That's it, okay? No more Mitch. So they already got eyes on people. You know how the Don works. He already got eyes on people, and they already got a list, A, B, C, D, E, F, that they can call on, okay? Diabate, Adembona, and Eve Missy at the top. To me, those should be the top priorities. These has-beens like Isaac or a damn Richards, or no. And then outside shot Christian Coloco, who's really another negative, and then the real outside is this dude Sharp, because he is 7'5", but he has no NBA experience. I want to see Sharp in the summer league. I want to see what he got in the summer league before we what's up, Sam? Before we start talking about him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We got to get somebody that's plug and play, ready to go. Not somebody we like their name or they had a good past and we think it might be there. Jonathan I suffered a very serious knee injury when they was in the bubble. He has really never come back from that. They had just signed him to a $69 million contract when he hurt his knee in the bubble, if you recall. So that's going to be tough, So I don't want to take a risk like that. To me, that's a risk. If you can reduce risk, wouldn't you do that? If you could get a player to plug into your rotation and keep the risk level low of another injury, a lack of performance or whatever, wouldn't you do that? You understand? Some of y'all don't even think about the risk or how much something might cost or whatever. But no, there's no word on Hoop Party yet, but they're going to start, because remember, Hoop Party is a restricted free agent. So they're going to probably sign him after July 1st. They'll probably sign him after July 1st. They usually are pretty slow, the Knicks, about re-signing their guys, if you recall. They'll wait until they resign, until they get it to the cheapest way they can. That's the way that Don does business. But no word on Hoop Party yet. I don't expect any until after July 1st, probably after Summer League. So we'll see. But I expect Hoop Party to be back. That's $2.5 million. I'm pretty confident we're gonna get Shamet back. Shamet's gonna come back. Alvarado's already back. You deuces here. We'll see what happens with Daddy and Kolick. We'll see what happens. But you remember what the Knicks did one year? There was a guy that used to be on the Knicks Summer League all the time till he was in his like mid to late 20s. And then the Knicks signed him to a contract to trade him to Charlotte. Y'all remember who I'm talking about? There was a guy, he was good too. And he was faithful. He was always with the Knicks. He would be on the sideline sometimes, never play. And then they traded him to Charlotte. I forgot what the deal was, but he ended up getting it wasn't no 10 million, but he ended up getting a good solid number for him, to make a little money in the league. No, not Taj. It wasn't Taj. Taj played a lot for the Knicks. No, it was another guy. Damn, if I go back a couple of seasons, I'll be able to tell you. It was another guy. He let me see. I think if I want to say 2 years ago, he was under Tibbs. He played under Tibbs. I'll tell you who he is. Hold on. What's the guy's name? Daquan Jeffries. Y'all remember Daquan? Daquan Jeffries. Remember him? Daquan Jeffries. Yeah. So the Knicks did him a solid and traded him to Charlotte. And he got like a $3.5 million deal when he went to Charlotte, and he was restricted, but the Knicks used that to do another deal. I don't know if that was the Cat deal or McCall or who it was, but in doing that, they traded Daquan to make space, and he was restricted, and he got a guaranteed deal with somebody. I think it was Charlotte. I forgot how much it was. Yeah. So why am I saying that? That is why you got a guy like McCullough. What's the name of McClure, right? You got a guy like that, a McClure. You got that guy on your roster. You could use that, maybe get him a deal some other place where because right now he's restricted, and then help you open up some space to get another guy that you want, So that's what I'm looking at, some of these restricted free agents. We got, let me see who we got. We got Kevin McCullough's restricted, Dylan Jones restricted, Trey Jameson's restricted, Muhammad Diawara was, but he's not no more, and Ariel Hukporti's restricted. So what we could do is wait and use these guys and try to save a couple pennies. The Don is into saving pennies, man. So, so I think that might be another option that we're not thinking about. But I would love to get any of them three guys, Eve Missy, Adem Bona, or Musa Diabate. Any of them. And then after that, behind them, I would probably say Koloko, because somebody mentioned to me, I do remember that James Najee went back to college and went to Baylor. I'm not sure if he's coming out now, if he's eligible to play Summer League, but that's where he is. So we'll see. Kyle Filipowski, I like him too, but he's with Jack the Ripper. He ain't going nowhere. He's going to be in Utah, So that's that. Johnny Broom, he's not really good enough. So really, there's not a lot available. You got Diabate, you got Missy, you got Bona, you got who else? I think that's pretty much it. Then of course we got our own boy Hukporti. So I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's right. Prezi. That's what I'm talking about. See, Prezi, that's what I'm talking about. See, you see what they got? It would make no sense to keep all of them. Did they just draft? Did they draft Steinbach this year? Was he a pick this year, Steinbach, or was he last year? Let me just see this guy. Let me just take a look here, Steinbach. But that's what I'm saying. They got a log jam right now. They're going to have to decide. They've been needing a 5, so they've been trying different guys. But let me see. What's this Steinbach? Hans Steinbach, 20 years old. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, yeah, we need to do something. This cat was drafted first round, 14th overall this year. No, man. Let's touch base with them on Diabate. You know what I'm saying? Let's touch base on them with Diabate, man. That's what I'm saying. Jay Huff, is he available, or are you asking me if he's available? Let me see. Jay Huff, Indiana. Let's take a look. Huff, I don't think he'd be available because they just went and got they're gonna make him the backup center, which is always the plan for them. But because they just got the other boy from California, what's the boy's name? They went and got Zubac. Zubac is their starter. And then they got Jay Huff, who's 28. Jay Huff is really, he's on a team option for next year. They could trade for him, but I don't think Indiana would let him go. I don't think so. Would you? I wouldn't let, if I'm Indiana, I wouldn't let him go. Oh yeah, they're gonna trade Miles Bridges. They're gonna clean house and start over. They got the youth in Charlotte. That's what I don't want Miles Bridges, but they're gonna trade him. Yeah, there's no doubt. I feel that. Yeah, so they got Steinbach. They got, who'd you name? My man Prezi said they got Nas Reed, Diabate, Carl Brenner, Steinbach, and PJ Hall. Yeah. I think we could talk to them about Diabate. They could pick up a point guard, probably some second round picks, right? Probably some cash, and we can come back with our boy. I would love to get Diabate. That dude's a damn roughneck, right? Would you agree with me? I think Diabate is a damn roughneck. I would love to have him, man. See, last year in the playoffs, who would, of all the Knicks that guarded Wemby, tell me now, who would you think guarded Wemby the best? If you see it, all of the Knicks they used to guard Wembanyama, who guarded him the best? Who was most effective when they guarded him? Which guy was most effective when they guarded Wemby? That's right. OG. That's right. So look. Defensively, Diabate is a bigger OG. Am I lying? Defensively, I'm not talking about anything else. I'm talking about defensively, Diabate is a little bit bigger version of OG. Doesn't he have like a 7-foot wingspan? Let me just look this up. I think he does, right? I think Diabate got a 7-foot wingspan. Plus, he's 6'10". Man, give me that roughneck. Give me him or Eve Missy. Give me one of them. I'm trying to tell you, man. Give me one of them cats, man. Now, the only negative thing about him, which is not really negative, I mean, maybe he's from France, but I would take that boy. He might be from France, but he ain't no damn croissant. I'm gonna tell you that right now. He ain't no croissant. He ain't no croissant, man. He might be from France, but that boy's a roughneck. For real. Yeah. So Diabate is listed at 6'10", 7. He ain't no. He's 6'10", and he's got, how much is wing? 7-foot wingspan, 7'2". Yeah, give me him, man. Give me him. I like him with Diawara and Deuce. Oh, look, what kind of defense we got, y'all? Huh? What kind of defense the Knicks got coming off Mob Deep? Diabate, Deuce, Diawara, Alvarado. What? And Shamit. What? Come on, y'all. Well, his roots are African, but they got him from France. Dio, I hear what you're saying. His real roots are from Africa. Yeah, I ain't gonna disagree with that, but they got him from France. Yeah. They got the boy from France. But yeah, his real roots are African. I ain't gonna argue with you on that. I mean, Musa Diabate, what the hell? It's like somebody named Chow. He's telling me he comes from Ireland, right? Ching Chow from Ireland, right? I mean, it's possible, right? But his roots are probably in Asia somewhere, right? So, but Diabate, it's like even OG. OG is from Nigeria, but he don't tell you he's from Nigeria. He come here from Britain, right? OG from Britain. Nah, John Pettit, it was never about that. That's what I'm saying to y'all. The whole second apron thing was Dolan making an excuse to let Mitch walk. Listen now, it was never. Now, they not only let Mitch walk, but they get cheaper options in his place. They let cheaper options in his place. No, I hear you, Gio. I ain't gonna argue with you. No, I got your point. I ain't gonna argue with you on that. But the whole second apron mandate was designed to put all of the focus on Dolan, take it off the Don. It makes the Don look like, oh, poor Don. He's got to try to work within this crazy man, Dolan, right? That's what I thought. But I'm thinking about it. I said, well, damn, no, they do this all along. They had it all along. It's just that playing Mitch that way got us the chip. Okay? Got us the chip. Okay. Now you still got Hoop Party. you're going to get you a cheaper. I don't know if it's going to be Diabate, Missy Bona. My money would really be on Diabate because of what Prezi said. How many centers they got, Prezi? Let me look at this again. Let me just go back to what you said. They got a whole bunch of fives, man. Let's see. They got a whole bunch of fives. In Charlotte, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 fives? Oh, hell no. They're not keeping 5 fives, y'all. They got 5 of them. They're not keeping 5 fives. Nope. 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 They're not keeping 5 fives, though. Yeah, nah. So I would bet on Diabate. Okay. No, your own players, you can sign them and you can go over the apron, but you still got to deal with the penalties. They're not going over the apron, y'all. They're not. I'm gonna just tell you, they're not going to do it. It's already mandated. What Dolan said was to put pressure on him and off of the Don. And so the Don looks like a hero. The Don and the capologists, they look like heroes now because they're gonna get Jonathan Isaac. He can keep going. We don't want him, but no, he can keep going. We don't want him. I'd rather have Diabate, Missy, or Bona. I'm not even, and then I'll even take Nick Richards before Jonathan Isaac. Jonathan Isaac is not the same guy that came out of Leonard Hamilton's program at Florida State. He's not the same guy. So no, don't get caught with the okey doke. They let him go. Let him go. Let him go. No, they're not changing Dolan's mind. Like what I'm saying, Dio, the whole point was for them to do exactly what they're doing, but let the blame be on Dolan, not on Leon Rose. Okay, nobody's blaming Leon Rose for letting Mitchell Robinson walk, right? Everybody would blame James Dolan, and I'm telling you, Goga Patate is owed $8 million this year. He's not coming to the Knicks. Can we stop that now? Goga Patate is owed $8 million this year. He's not coming to the Knicks. Yeah, I forget Isaac. That's right. He hasn't been the same since he tore his ACL. Why take a risk because of a name? Come on, man. Y'all got to come correct on this, man. Y'all got to come correct. Now we lose Mitch Angrill. Don't trip. We good. We ain't losing a damn thing that ain't gonna stop us from repeating, bro. Y'all got to understand. Please understand what I'm telling you. The Knicks are gonna be stronger without Mitchell Robinson. Think about it now. Let me look. How many games did Diabate play last year? Y'all whining about damn Mitchell Robinson. How many games did Diabate play last year? Let me look at this here. Was he hurt a lot? I don't even know. Let me see. Let me look at this. Diabate, let me see what he appeared in last year. Here he is. 6'10", 210 pounds. Diabate appeared in 73 games last year. 73 games, and this boy on off for this past season, 73 games, and he is plus 11. What are y'all whining about? What are you whining about? Come on now. Stop whining like bitches. Come on. Sorry. Excuse me. Stop whining like bitches, man. No, ain't no need for that. There's guys out there. We're going to get what we need to get. Diabate shoots free throws at 66%. Is he a great free throw shooter? Hell no. But let me tell you, is that better than Mitch? Hell yeah. You don't think Diabate will get you some boards? You don't think Diabate will be roughnecking up in there? All I'm saying to y'all is stop whining. We got options. The Don knows what the hell he's doing. Y'all should learn that by now. Y'all still playing checkers. You think it's one way, but it's the other way. Y'all think it's one way. Stop buying into the BS. And listen, man, let me explain something to y'all. Are you ready? NBA players cannot restructure their contracts. I think it was, who was the dumbass? I think it was the football player that has his own. NBA players cannot restructure their contracts. Do you hear me? NFL players, because of their players union, they can restructure their contracts. NBA players, in other words, I'm talking specifically like Karl Anthony Towns, cannot restructure his contract. I want to make sure we got that. Everybody got that? I want to make sure. Do you understand that? So Karl Anthony Towns is not in a position to restructure his contract. What do they do in the NBA? In the NBA, they have two other options that doesn't restructure the deal but can open up cap space. What's that? One of them is called player option. That's why they just got Alvarado back. He had a player option. The other one is called a team option. That's what just happened with our boy Hartenstein. The Oklahoma City Thunder had a team option. Why does that work? All right. Y'all ready for some math? I'm going to give you a little bit of math that even if you really can do elementary school addition and subtraction, you might be able to get this. Are you ready? No, you listen. If you get Diabate, y'all gonna be happy as pigs in dung. Stop, man. Y'all just not catching it. If you get Eve Missy, Musa Diabate, or Adembona, you're gonna be happy as a pig in doo-doo. I'm trying to tell you, stop tripping. You'll be all right. Now listen, here's some math. This season, listen now. This season, which would be the 2026-2027 season, Karl Anthony Towns is owed $57 million. Okay? $57 million. I want to make sure we got Brother Baldy. Thank you for the 10 bones. The Don playing chess while we all thinking checkers. I'm trying to let them know that, brother. They still not catching it. They listen to these dumbasses on X and coming in here with that poison. That's what I'm saying, my brother. Please pray for me. Please, Brother Baldy, pray for me, man. Anyway, look here. Follow me now. Come on now. Follow me now. This year, Karl Anthony Towns is owed $57 million. Can't do nothing about that. That is what it is. He's owed $57 million. Now, that $57 million is already baked into the Knicks' second apron number of $16.5 million. It's already baked in. Okay? Wait a minute. I want to make sure you're catching me now. I'm getting ready to throw you something now. Okay? At the end of the 26-27 season, before July 1st, that is July 1st of 2027, Cat has to make a decision. He can opt into his player option, which is $61 million. That would go against the second apron. Or he can opt out, like Alvarado did, and get a new deal. And I'm going to tell you right now, you ready? The deal's going to start. He's going to do that. Let me just predict something for you. The deal that Cat is going to get next summer is going to start at $45 million. Now he's going to go from $61 million to $45 million. That affects the apron. Listen. So now the apron goes up by $16 million. Dollar for dollar. Are you catching me? So next year, if Cat opts out, the Knicks, which right now, if I'm looking at the second apron for the Knicks, like right now, right, as I'm looking at next year's second apron, look at it now. Come on now. Stay with me. Stay with me, brothers. Stay with me, brothers and sisters. Stay with me. Come on. Let's see now. For the next year, for 27-28, the Knicks right now are they're staring at right now $19.7 million of second apron space. If Cat declines his 61, takes us, let's say he gets a deal. Let me just say this for you. Let's say Cat signs for 4 years and $180 million. I think he's going to do that. That would mean that next year they go from $19.7 million of second apron space to $35 million. Are you catching me? $35 million of second apron space. Now, listen, we're not done yet. With the second apron space they will have next summer, they can re-sign Deuce. They can re-sign Josh if they want, or they can trade Josh and get somebody else at around $18 million. So they can re-sign these guys that are going to be up for renewal next year. They cannot do it this year because this year's numbers can only be changed if they trade players. And the two candidates I keep telling y'all is Tyler Kolek and Daddy. If they trade them, they can increase a little bit their apron space, and they may. But I'm just saying, Cat cannot restructure his contract. It kills me when people say that. I was like, where are you getting this? He cannot restructure his contract. This is not the NFL. This is the NBA. The players union does not allow him to restructure his deal, but he can opt out, and he must do that before July 1st of 2027. Keith Blocker, thank you for the $5. You think Misi's the best choice? I ain't gonna argue with you, but I like Misi, I like Diabate, and I like Bona. I like all of them. And the Knicks can throw some cash, a boatload of second picks, because this guy would be whoever he is, would be very valuable. Okay, very valuable. I like Diabate because of what Prezi said. Not only is he a really good player, but they got 5 centers in Charlotte. They're not going to keep 5 centers, and they need a point guard. They need a point guard. Okay. Yeah, they decided that what we need to understand is in the beginning of 2025 season, the Knicks already knew they were not going to have Mitchell Robinson back. They already knew that. This is not new. See, to us is new. To them is not. They already had the plan in place, as you would expect the Don to do. They already had the plan in place. Yeah, Ricardo, you would do some dumbass stuff like that. You want to remain in this room, or do you want to just leave now and leave me alone? You cannot speak about letting Deuce walk in my room. You can't do it. You understand? How are the Mika? You're asking about Diabate, Missy, and Bona. Size. Diabate is 6'10". Missy is about 7 feet. Bona, I think he's about 6'11", and Bona is more buff than the other two guys. Yeah. Yeah. So we need to understand when we say the Don plays chess, you have to understand that means he already has moves made in advance. See, we are only learning about them as they open up, but that doesn't mean he was caught. Listen, how many times in the last 5 years has Nick, listen, how many times in the last 5 years has Knick management been caught off guard? Come on, tell me now. How many times in the last 5 years, Jonathan Isaacs is finished. Stop tripping on Jonathan Isaacs. He's done. You do know he's coming off an ACL injury, right? And he's owed $8 million this year. You do understand that, right? Yeah, you're right, Stephen Kelly. You ain't front yet. Fool coming here talking about let Deuce walk. I mean, you must be out your goddamn mind. No. Anyway. Exactly, Armika. That's right. The roughneck guy. Diabate's a roughneck, Misi's a roughneck, and Edem Bone is a roughneck. They're all roughnecks now. They're all roughnecks 25 or under that already have 2 or 3 years experience in the league and know how to play the 5 position. That's what you need. That's what you need right now. Right. Isaac Brill. I'm wondering, why are you even mentioning Isaac? What is it about Jonathan Isaac that you decide we must go after him? Why? Because they released him? That should tell you to leave him alone, not go after him. Stop. That's what I'm saying. Sisters that are in here. Who's in here? Let me see that. Let me see. Sister Margaret's in here. Who else in here? There's another sister in here. I believe, sisters in there. What's the other sisters in here? There's sisters. Let me tell you something. If you were trying to date a man, you want a man that acts desperate to date you, or you want a man that plays it cool? Let me ask you, because some of these Knicks fans are so desperate, they ready to just go after any name because they desperate. Oh, we got to go after him because he just got. No, you don't do it like that. You don't do it like that. Some of y'all got to learn. You understand? No, the Knicks finals teams were not 5 years. Are you talking about the 90s team, APAP? I'm talking about the chip team. That was 3 years apart. 70 and 73. I'm thinking we more like that than we more like 90s. What you think? They ain't win no chip in the 90s or the 2000, 99. They ain't win no chip, but we more closer than that. Miss Lumley. Right. Okay, Miss Lumley. A man wants to court you if you're not married. And you like a guy that's acting real desperate to get with you, or you like a guy that's cool? that he can come at you and he's more cooler. See, some of these Knicks fans are so desperate. We gotta go get this guy, you know, and they're ready to throw the whole damn everything you got, the whole wad at him, and you may not even be. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Right, play it cool. Some of y'all need to learn what Miss Lumley just told you, what Miss Edwards just told you. Stop acting so damn desperate. So Jonathan Ike's available. Who cares? Let him walk. We don't need him. We got other guys. We got other fish to fry. You understand? We got other fish to fry. Like I said, the wild card is that dude Sharp, homeboy cousin, was just telling everybody about him. You know, defensive player of the year in the G League. All right, great. Let's see what he got. I want to see some summer league. You know. So exactly. That's what I'm saying. So we don't need to act desperate. We don't need to be going crazy because somebody got let go. Please stop just calling names because this is what you just heard. Please stop. And damn, stop with this damn restructuring of Cat's contract. He can't do it. Anybody telling you about restructuring don't know what the F they talking about. Boomer and Sierson, that was enough. Maybe if Cat restructures, we can sign Salmon and Mitch. No, you can't. Listen, brothers and sisters, you understand, when you understand that they already planned to this to happen, you don't need to be worried about why didn't they draft in the second round. Come on, no, you don't do that. That's the Knicks under Fizz goggles. That ain't this Knicks. Y'all still getting caught on the Knicks under Isaiah Thomas. That ain't this Knicks. As the brother said, I asked the question, in the Don's tenure, how often have they been caught off guard? They've never been caught off guard. Every time y'all think they were going to, one time, what was it? Keon Ellis, they drafted him and traded. Y'all said, we should have kept Keon Ellis. No, they were already planning on trading him when they drafted him. Y'all just didn't realize it because you're playing checkers. You thought it was one way, but it's the other way. See? Good question, A-Pap. I don't know. But maybe because he's under Dolan, he'll never win it. But as long as we get some more chips, I don't care. Yeah, he'll get his flowers at some point. But I like this plan though. As I thought about it, I said, damn, they gave us the Okkie Doke. You hear what I'm saying? Yeah, right, Malik. You see what I'm saying? Boom was talking about maybe if Cat restructures his contract, maybe they could sign Shamrock. And then I had some knuckleheads that listened to Boomer coming back at me. I think Deuce is gone. Maybe Cat could restructure. I'm like, oh my God, stop. You're like a little parakeet that heard somebody say your parents say something and you're just repeating it. Oh my God, please stop. I'm trying, Romo. Pray for me. I'm trying my best. Yeah, so they already knew they were going to lose Mitch Rob. They maximized him by bringing him off the bench. Okay, maximized him. D Buggies asked, does going over the second apron affect next year's cap room? Yes, but it's not going to because they're not going over the second apron. So we don't have to worry about that. The Knicks are not exceeding the second apron. They're not. So we don't have to worry about that. They're not going to do it. Thank you, Prezi. That's a good. You do better than me. I would call it the Ripple gang. Damn. I would call it the Wild Irish Rose gang. Damn. Shoot. Yeah, they knew this was coming from last year. You don't understand? They made a 4-year commitment on Cat's contract for us to win. We just won. Now they understand we could do it again. And I was thinking, oh, we need Mitch Rob to do it again, right? But no, we don't need Mitch Rob. We could do it with Diabate, with Missy, with Bono. We could do it with one of them cats. We could just plug them in there, put them in Mob Deep, and keep on rolling, y'all. Don't start the trip. And then we still gonna have Ariel Hukporti. Okay. So Hukporti will be back on the minimum. You bring Diabate in there. You're gonna have what else? We're gonna have our regular starting 5. Then we're gonna have Deuce, Alvarado. These are our guys. We're gonna have all our guys, man. And then we're gonna still. Now, my only question: I'd like to bring back Shohan, but will Shohan accept the vet men? That's the real question. I believe I believe Clarkson would accept the vet mint. He just did that, and he knows what the situation. Clarkson done made his money. Clarkson made a lot of money already, and he ain't. He got a chip. He's very happy, and so I would not be surprised if he accepts the vet mint. But will Sohan, who's only 23, will he accept the vet minimum? I don't know. Yeah, they're gonna now the two-way guys. No, Shaman will be back. Stop that. Shaman will be back. But the two-way guys do not count against the second apron. Okay, the two-way guys, if they got two-way spots, the two-way guys do not count against the second apron. Okay, so I'm wondering. I would like to see Sohan back because I believe a full season with a training camp, you got Diawara and Sohan, which are like you could put them in against almost anybody as far as defense, right? So I would like that. So that's the only thing. They're going to get a guy to replace Mitchell Robinson. I'm just wondering if they're going to sign and trade, or are they going to just let Mitch walk and then replace him with a minimum contract? Yeah, exactly, Mr. Williams. Thanks for the $5. Exactly. Bona's another guy. I like Bona. I liked him coming out of UCLA. Eve Missy, when we played the Pelicans this past season, when I first saw him, and he impressed me. And I've been impressed with Diabate for a couple of years now. Diabate's a roughneck, and I like that. He's the type of dude they would love in New York, man. Yes, are apron teams allowed to sign and trade? I don't know, but see, right now the Knicks are not an apron team. They're not an apron team until they go over the apron. You understand what I'm saying, APAP? They're not an apron team until they go over the apron. They're not over the apron, so they're not an apron team. Okay, so they could sign and trade Mitchell Robinson. They'd have to add, if they want something back, they'd have to add a contract, which would be Daddy to me. You get Daddy over there, you send them cash, you send them second round picks, and you bring back a Missy. That's $3.5 million. So you just affected your bottom line by $500,000. You just affected your bottom line. Yeah. Well, Kwame, that's bullshit. Excuse me. Sorry, that's bullcrap. You don't know what you're talking about. You really don't. You really don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry. You don't know. They can win the chip this year. They got to get the right guy to replace Mitch. And there's candidates out there. Mitch ain't the end all be all. I love Mitch. I'm Mitch high because he was wearing hair. But when he's leaving here, we got to move on. And I'm telling you, we can win the chip again. I don't understand what y'all talking about. You know we still got the same starting five, right? Wait. Y'all understand that, right? We got the same starting five. Do you understand that nobody in the league has figured out what to do with Cat except the referees? You understand that, right? So we just need to re-up our bench. And you're talking about one guy. And I really do believe, if you put them Porty in there, we still rolling. Some of y'all don't catch it yet. Unfortunately, we're not going to win without Mitch. Unfortunately, you ain't got no brains left, because hell yeah, we could win without Mitch. Hell yeah. Yeah, they can repeat. Without Mitch, we got the squad. We just talk about one player. It ain't even Cat or Brunson or OG. We talk about one guy, and you're tripping. Come on, man. Stop it. Please stop. We're going to be all right. We just need to get the right guy. Adembona, Missy, Diabate would be my top ones. I like Koloko. He's kind of like a wild card, but he'll be available too. And then somebody mentioned the dude from Indiana, Hook, but I don't think he's going to be available because I don't think Indiana's letting him go. I don't think so. He played a big piece for last year, and now they got the boy from I forgot the boy's name. But they got the boy from California out there. So, they ain't, I think they, but damn, Prezi, you on point, man. What the hell is Charlotte going to do with 5 centers? 5 centers. What are they going to do with 5 centers? Yeah. That's right, Prezi. I'm with, that's why I thought about it in the first. I said, well, Mitch is a country boy from the bayou. I mean, catfishing and big trucks and all that. And so I'm like, well, send him back there. And he'll be glad to go. Now, you got to make it sweet for New Orleans. Why would they do it? Well, you're sending them, let's say, 3 second-round picks, cash, and Daddy A. Okay, bye. Bring our boy Missy back over here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly Mark Edwards. I don't know why y'all tripping. Y'all act like you don't have Brunson on your team. What's wrong with y'all? Unfortunately, we're not gonna win because we don't have Mitchell Robinson. Oh my God, please take that dark negativity and shove it somewhere in Brooklyn somewhere. They're gone. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, look at them numbers, original DO. Look at them numbers. We can get them guys. Those are guys we can get. And any of them would plug in very well in our second unit. Any of them. Yeah, they moved Joe and they moved the other guy, I forgot his name, and they opened up space. And then Hart took a discount. He took a discount to me of at least $5 million a year. He took a discount to come back to OKC. So Thomas Bryant don't got the defense that we want, Guilford. He's an offensive player, but on defense he shrivels up like a daggone fall leaf. No, he shrivels up. And nah, Thomas Bryant ain't the answer. I'm glad whenever we're playing and we play against a team that's playing Thomas Bryant on it, I'll be glad because I'll be like, we can ready to eat them up. Yeah, well, he wasn't here though. They can, the Don invites a whole bunch of players to camp. What the hell that mean? So he was in camp. So he visited. Have your cup of coffee and get the hell up. So he was in camp. Oh, great. Bye, boy. Yeah. 6'9". We learned from Moses Brown. You could be 7 foot, 240 pounds, and be a damn scrub. No, I'm sorry. That don't buy it. Thomas Bryant ain't helping. Please, can we get one of these guys we're talking about? Misi. Can we get Bona? Can we get Diabate? That's all we need. Yeah, the Magic waved him, and we waved too. Bye, Jonathan. Bye. Yeah. So anyway. Yeah. So we don't need no BS, man. Come on, come correct. That's what I'm saying. He don't play no damn defense. I don't know why they even mention him. Y'all giving up on defense already? But you want offense? We tried that with Kemba Walker. We tried that with Evan Fournier. We tried to go all offense and no defense. That ain't no good. No defense, no bueno. Learn that. No defense, no bueno. No bueno. No defense, no bueno. Yeah, exactly. He is really Coleman. I ain't even mentioned that, but you're right about that. I ain't gonna front like that. He looked like what Moses would look like, but he act like damn Jerry Falwell. You know what I'm saying? He act like he Jerry Falwell or some crap. He looked like Moses would look like. That's how Moses probably really looked when you look at him. But you open his mouth, it damn sound like Jerry Falwell. Shoot. Mm-mm. You ain't lied yet, Ian. You ain't lied yet. That's right. I'm waiting to see what they do for July 1st in New York. I'm excited for what I know the Don's getting ready to do something, and we're gonna see what's happening just in a few days, man. I'm telling you, he's been already lining stuff up, man. Just like when Jalen Brunson came to New York, you thought they just thought about getting Jalen Brunson. They was thinking about getting Jalen Brunson for more than 6 months by the time they went to Dallas and sat there in that stands and watched them play. They already knew they was trying to get him. The Don said it. They already knew they were targeting him. The Don don't get caught with his pants down. Y'all think this Mitchell Robinson thing is a surprise to him? Hell no. They already knew what they were doing, man. They already knew what they were doing. Yeah. I mean, well, Jemison, I think he's a little weak. He's a good third or fourth string dude, but I wouldn't be dependent on Jemison. Hoop Porty's got upside. Ariel Hoop Porty got a lot of upside. I would have no problem with him, but I would like him and like a Diabate or a Missy or a Bona to battle out that backup, the camp to battle it out for that backup five. I want them to battle it out. Yeah. That's exactly right, Question. Exactly right. Let them cook, man. Let them cook. That's it. Let them cook. Robert Williams been hurt more than he's been available. That's why the Celtics traded him. The Celtics drafted him, I think, out of Texas Tech, and he was hurt all the time. And then they brought him to Portland. When Robert Williams plays, he's a defensive demon. He does. But when does he play? He's like that Jaguar that's always in the shop. You know what I mean? Mr. Coleman, I don't know why you said that. Mr. Coleman, I was beginning to like you too. I really was. Why do you think Kevon Looney is the perfect fit? You said perfect fit. You got really, seriously? No, he's been in the league 10 years. He's not no spring chicken. The boy been in the league 10 years, okay? Kevon is 30. He's going to be 31 in February. Okay, so Kevon Looney is 6'9", 222. He's been, obviously he's gotten championships, but I wouldn't call him the perfect fit. Come on, man. Come on, baby. What, you his cousin or something? No. I wouldn't call him the perfect fit. Mm-mm. What's up, J.K. Kelly? What's up? Uh, uh, Next week it start. I think the Knicks' first summer league game is July 10th, right? I think it's July 10th if I'm not mistaken. Oh, that was 2 years ago, Drill. Yeah. I've been high on Deuce since he come out of West Virginia, man. Still high on Deuce. I'm a Deuce McBride. We got to stay with him. Dio. The perfect fit, he said, though. I was like, damn, where you get that from? Perfect fit. Now, if I had to choose between Looney, Missy, Bona, and Diabate, Looney would not be number one. He would be the fourth choice, you know? Uh, is Bona the cheapest Manny, or is it Diabate? What's Bona making this year? Bona's on Philly, right? What Bona making this year? Philly need to cut ties with this. I've been saying this a minute. They need to cut ties with homeboy with Embiid and save some money. Stretch that brother and get somebody in there. They done missed out on iHeart already. But let me see. Bona's 2.3. Yeah, hell yeah. It's 2.3. Bona, Diabate, and Missy's 3.5 because I think Missy was a first rounder. So it's the third question. Okay. I thought it was a 10. Somebody said the 11. You see, this is in between third and 10, 11. Something. It's soon. Yeah, V Dash. People been saying that about Deuce before he was drafted. And I don't pay no attention to them because they don't know what the hell they talking about. I keep telling them. There was people saying Deuce can't shoot, Deuce can't play guard in the league, Deuce is not a point guard, we need a point guard. It was all this crap. Deuce can ball. Deuce can ball in New York. And Deuce is going to be here. And I'm glad he's going to be here. Yeah. The 11th, Ricardo, did they announce the roster yet? I'm interested to see who they got on the roster. This boy, Sharp, Jamarian Sharp. I want to see if they're going to bring him in there. Yeah. Hoop Party is really got the motor. Would y'all say Hoop Party got a motor? I would say. He plays defense and he's got a motor. That's really all we need in that second unit guy. He plays defense and he's got a motor. That's what he's going to do. Okay, Lonnie. All right. It's funny. I'm going to be in Las Vegas, but it's going to be after the Summer League. I'm visiting my cousin in Las Vegas in August. That's after the Summer League. But this year, I got some other business to do in July. That's why I wouldn't be in Las Vegas for that. Yeah. Maybe maybe the Most High spare life, I might want to come to Las Vegas next year. See what's up. I'm trying to say, Press, they don't understand. They don't understand at all. Some of these cats just hate Deuce. They just Deuce haters. I don't know what their cousin did to him or whatever. Deuce got a nice William from Brazil. I don't know if he ain't mess with nobody's sister. Why they tripping on Deuce? I don't know. But whatever. Well, Alex, I'm saying get another guy and then let him and Ariel battle it out. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't name whoever, whether it's Missy, Bona, or Diabate. I wouldn't name them as the backup. I'd like to see them battle it out with Hoop Party and see whoever the cream is, let it rise to the top. No, TJ Warren's finished. Let's not even mention him. And then I hope they give like Trey Jemison and maybe McCullough. I hope they give them the two ways or somebody. So now TJ Warren has had his time. He's made his money in the league. Let's move on. Okay, let's move on. I would love Sohan to come back too. I would too, Sean Rose. I would love to see Sohan back. Oh, you got it, Miss Lumley. Okay, so the 10th versus the next, the 11th versus. So it is the 10th, Miss Lumley, right? So it's not starting the third, it's the 10th, right? Okay, okay. Yeah, Deuce not even in his prime yet. People talk ready to. I think Deuce is going to be the one to go. I think you need to go get a brain, learn basketball, please. Oh, yeah. Deuce going to be 26 in September. He's not even in his prime yet. Oh, Ricardo, I did think about him, but where is he now? Is he still in the States? What do y'all think about Marvin Bagley? I don't know, because Marvin Bagley, where is he? Where is he now? Bagley was on Dallas. They got him listed as a Dallas player, so he must be on Dallas right now. Let me see what his situation is. Let's look up Bagley. Dallas. The Mavs. Mavs have been playing a game of suckers, but they just got a new guy, so a new coach and all that. Let's see, Marvin Bagley. And then there's Derek Lively. I know we ain't getting him, but let's see, Marvin Bagley. He's unrestricted. He's unrestricted. What do y'all think about him? I don't know. What do y'all think about him? I can't really give you a strong opinion. His pedigree, come out of Duke and, top pick and all that, but obviously he's been a bust. I think we can safely say, right? Marvin Bagley's been a bust. And he's been on Detroit. He's been on Dallas. He's been on a few teams. I think of the Wizards. He's been on a few Kings. He's been on a few teams, never panned out. So it doesn't look good for Marvin. I will say that. Yeah, I don't know. I would still get with the same three guys I've been mentioning first. He got to be talented, but that don't mean we need him and Grill. Yeah, if you can play in the league, you're talented. But Hoop Porty's talented, but come on, I don't know. Yeah, I'm like I said, I'd like them to get a guy that will battle with Hoop Porty for the backup spot. That's all. I don't want them to hand anybody the backup center spot. I need them to battle it out in camp. I want to see who wants it. Give me Diabate and give me Hoop Porty, or give me Misi and give me Hoop Porty, and let's let them battle it out for the backup spot. Yeah, maybe he is LA. I don't know. I really don't know. To me, he's a mystery. I don't like mysteries. I like more solid. The other guys I named, I know what I'm going to get from them. I don't know what to expect from Marvin Bagley. I don't know what to expect from him. No, Nurkic didn't work out in Denver. He didn't work out in Portland, and he ain't going to work out in Utah. No, I don't think so. And plus, I don't think Nurkic could come on a minimum deal, will he? I think Nurkic is making more money than that. Let me just see. I don't think Nurkic will be a minimum deal guy. We need a minimum deal guy. See, he's in Utah, right? Let me see. Let's look at Utah. Yusuf Nurkic. Let me see. Do you realize that there was a time when Yusuf Nurkic was ranked higher than he's 32, and I forget that. He was ranked higher than the Joker. There was a time when they were trying to decide between Yusuf Nurkic and the Joker, but then the Joker came in his own, and they sent Nurkic to Portland. Yeah. So anyway. I think they was too hard on the mayor of New York, honestly. I don't know why. The mayor is a politician. Politicians go politic. That's what they do. But from what I'm watching from a distance, that mayor seems like he's making good moves. People winding up people with a lot of money. But I think the mayor's doing a good job so far, from what I can see. I don't know what everybody's whining about it for. Yeah, nurture, forget him. But yeah, I don't know why, but Buddha, everybody whining about the boy. I don't see he ain't did what the Orange Asian has done to the nation. He's hooking up New York as far as I can see. He's making it affordable. Looks like to me, then poor people could live there. You let New York go wild, and all you're gonna have is rich people. When I last went to the West Side, all I saw was a certain type of rich persons running all over the place on the West Side. Used to be all artists on the West Side. Yeah, I think they would angry, but I ain't buying into that rhetoric either. You know what I'm saying? No, I ain't buying into that damn rhetoric either. So, I like the boy. I think the boy is doing good. I'm not mad at Muhammad Mandami, whatever the hell his name is. He seemed like he's doing all right to me. Yeah, yeah. Anybody that's into like rich and greed would not like him. Ah, man. Isn't that the Celtics boy, Dio? Isn't that the Celtics boy? I don't think the Celtics giving up on homeboy. That's the Celtics boy out of Utah State, right? He went to the same school, played with Sam Merrill, the boy the Celtics got. I don't think he going anywhere. Mitch Rob, they didn't say. Only LA was mentioned, but they didn't say what teams are looking to sign him. Only LA was mentioned. Yeah. So, but I think it's more than LA. I heard that our boy Perry wants him in Sacramento. Also, it might have been Perry that offering him the starting role. But I heard the Kings and I heard the Lakers. That's all I heard so far. That's all I heard so far. Yeah. Yeah, but the mayor of New York, I ain't got no problem with him, man. What you think? He's not going to say anything in the parade for the Knicks in his city? You know he's going to say something, man. So whatever. I ain't going to trip on that. I don't hate the boy. Yeah, I didn't really hear the whole thing, but I don't hate the boy. I ain't got no hate for him, man. I'm a big time hater of the Orange Agent, though. Don't ask me about him. I'm a big time hater of that fool, but Boston too. Yeah, maybe a lot of teams probably want Mitch Rob as a backup. Maybe a lot of teams, but we good. Let Mitch Rob go get his money. Let him go get his money. I know for sure though. I'm gonna tell y'all. Y'all understand Mitch Rob would love to be in New Orleans, right? Y'all know why? He would have no problem being down there in New Orleans with Shamalat, whatever that school is. They just made a parade for him down there. All that catfish down there and all them big trucks, he'd be right at home, man. He'd be right at home. Mitch Rob be right at home. Probably ask for no trade calls, man. Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying, but still probably ask for no trade clause, man. They just did a parade down there for Mitch, man. Mitch is at home, man. That catfish and that gumbo and all that mess they be eating down there in New Orleans, that boy be happy as a pig in doo-doo, man. Please. I'm saying, let's get him down there, man. Let's get back our boy Misi. Let's take Misi and bring him to the Cosmopolitan New York. And let's take Mitch Rob and put him back in the bayou. That's all I'm saying. Put him back in the bayou, right, Miss Smith? Put him back down there in the bayou. Boy, be happy down there with them alligators and mess, man. With them big truck he be driving. I don't know, nice. I don't know. Mitch is from Pensacola, another country place here in Florida, and he went to high school there in New Orleans, Shama, whatever, in down there in Louisiana. So yeah. Oh God, man. Mitch Rob has always been a country boy. Always liked Mitch Rob from when they drafted him. I always thought of him as a championship piece. I'm glad he got his chip. The Don and them knew what they was doing. Time to move on. Let's get us our next stud up in there. That's all. Yeah, I'm with you, Alex. Hey, listen, that's my number one option. Misty's my number one guy. Followed very closely by Mosa Diabate. Followed very closely by Dembona. Yeah, Mitch was one of my favorite Knicks too, but I'm still Knicks first, Mitch behind that. I'm with the squad first. Right now, my favorite Nick would be Deuce right now. But I'm gonna tell you, man, if they get a rough neck for Mitch, I might have a new favorite Nick. I like me some rough necks, man. What my girl say? Got a rough neck? Got to get a rough neck. What she say? MC Light said we got to get a rough neck, right? We got to get a rough neck. That's right. We got to get a rough neck. I don't know, nice. That why do I give a crap? I'm just saying, nice. Really, why do I care? Why do I care what Mitch is worth? Mitch is worth letting go. That's all I'm gonna say to you. Was he worth the open market? I don't know. I would think. 60 million. I would think 60 million. Nice. I would say 4 year, 15, 60 million. I would say just like he just got. Because Nas Reed's coming off the bench and gets 90. I think Nas Reed coming off the bench gets 90 million. Yeah, so I would say 60 million is good for Mitch coming off somebody's bench. If they want to start him, they stupid, but whatever. They could do what they want. I hope he gets 90. I hope he gets 200. That's their business. As long as he don't get it from us. But I'm saying, let him get it. I'm saying let Mitch get his bag, go on about his business, catch all the catfish and gumbo and shrimp that he want, man. He can go down there with what's that boy name? Forrest Gump. He can go down there with Forrest Gump, man. Get him a shrimp boat and make all kinds of shrimp, whatever he wants. You know what I'm saying? Please. I know. That opens up a door for a point guard on Charlotte. Opens up a door for a point guard. They could use a young point guard, and they could remove a center from all them 5 centers they got. Let's give them a point guard. I think so. Okay. Yeah, I don't like to limit guys that are not on my team. I want Mitch to make as much money as he can make. I don't care what they pay him. That's their business. I give Mitch 100 million. I don't care. He ain't playing for us, so I don't care. I just need somebody. Yeah, I'm back. Thanks, Malik. I just need somebody to fit in his spot right now, the vet men. Well, I think the Abate would work too, Dio. I think the Abate would work too, and I think Adam Bona would work too. I think they would. I really do. So we'll see. I don't know. The Don already got people pegged, man. You know he ain't just playing this at the last minute. Missy's about 7 feet with a 7-foot wingspan. Let me double check that. I think he is. Eve Missy. Let me just see. I think he's 7 feet with a 7-foot wingspan. Let's see. Eve Missy. Let's see. How tall is this young man? He's 6'11", 235 with a 7-foot wingspan. He's 6'11", 235. Yeah, he big enough. Yeah, he big enough. Exactly, Miss Smith. He be down there with that gumbo and all that Mardi Gras and all that fried shrimp and all that catfish and every other thing they eat down there. And he be happy as a pig in dung showing up with his big old pickup trucks and all that. Let Smoothie Center have homeboy. Bring us back Missy, though. Trey Jemison, he can play in the league. He's not what we're looking for to replace Mitchell Robinson or Ariel Hooporti. Let me put it that way. Trey Jemison is a nice guy. He can play in the league. I think he can. But he's not what we're looking for to replace Mitchell Robinson. And we need a guy that's more at least Ariel Hooporti. And I don't think Trey is that. But, you know, I think Trey's good enough to be in the NBA, which is saying something. But, you know. Yeah, but Phoenix ain't letting him go. They got to steal. I love that boy Iguodaro. I do like him. I ain't gonna front. Iguodaro, I liked him coming out. I didn't even know about Tyler Kolek. I knew about Iguodaro coming out of Marquette. I said, man, I'd like to see this boy, but Phoenix got to steal with him. They ain't letting him go. They ain't letting him go. They got to steal with Iguodaro. I think they'll keep him. Right, I'm with you, Ricardo. I think, yeah, Malik. I hear what you're saying, man. I hear what you're saying. We'll be back in June next year. That'd be nice, right? We'll be back playing in June next year. That'd be cool. It's gonna be a battle though next year, man. Indiana's gonna be back. Oklahoma City's gonna be back. Of course, San Antonio's gonna be back. Detroit. It's gonna be a dogfight next year. It's gonna be a dogfight. Yeah. We'll see. So they might go that way. So I ain't gonna say they ain't gonna do that. They might go that way. They really might. They might. Yeah, he'll lose it, Pat. He's a young boy. He can probably take off that weight in 2 weeks. You know, he's a young boy. Go with some what you call that? When you're eating a lot of protein, do that protein thing and, you know, cut back on the sugar and he'll be fine. Plus, I heard he had a disease. What he had, shingles or something? Halliburton? Yeah, he caught some sort of disease or something. That didn't help him either. Um, yeah, maybe keto. You get the boy on keto for a couple of weeks, he'll be back. He'll be back. He's a young man. You know, he could lose. But when I was a boy his age, I could lose 10 pounds in a week. No problem. Yeah. Oh no, You must be a Philly fan to be hating on Bona. Right, Maverick? You're a Philly fan, right? You hating on your boy Bona. Philly hate their own players. They hate their own people more than anybody outside of New York. They hate their own people in Philly. You must be a Philly fan. Take Bona off the list. No, hell no. I want Bona. Y'all want to give him up? Bring him. Bring him. Bring him. Bring him. Um, they could, Romel. They could. They could do that. You're right. That's an option. They could wait and get somebody mid-season half the price. Yeah, why not? But I'd rather them get somebody. Wouldn't you rather have somebody in training camp that understands the system by the time you get 40 games in, knows what they're doing, what their role is, how to perform? I'd rather have somebody in training camp, honestly. I'd rather not try to get somebody off this crap heap if you can. Alvarado, yes, but you can't expect that kind of lightning in the bottle every time. But if we can get a guy now and get him in training camp, that'd be good. That'd be good. Good situation. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'd rather see some training camp work with homeboy. So we'll be all right. We'll be all right, y'all. Listen, one thing y'all understand, at least most of y'all, in the Don we trust, right? In the Don we trust. Yeah, I discussed it for about a second, building blocks, and I said, stop tripping. We don't need no injury ass prone Jonathan Isaac that just got cut by Orlando. No, thank you. What? This ain't the guy that came out of Florida State. I don't know why we even mentioning him. He needs to go. I don't even know why they even mentioning him. This is the guy with the hurt ACL. Okay. That's the guy. He ain't the same guy that came out of Florida State out of Leonard Hamilton's program. Look like damn Moses, but act like damn Jerry Falwell. Please, no. I don't know what y'all thinking when you be talking about these guys. Yeah. You wish Malcolm Brogdon would D Grant. Come on, baby. Come on, man. Malcolm Brogdon is finished. We change his mind. If he changes his mind, we'll give him a brand new set of crutches. Huh? If Malcolm Brogdon changes his mind, we give him a brand new set of crutches. You don't trust Alvarado. What the hell were you just watching? Did you just see us win the chip with the homeboy Boricua doing what he had to do? What was you watching? Damn. Yeah. Hell no. I hope the team votes not to go to the White House. Do you realize that since this guy's been president, more teams have not gone to the White House than have gone to the White House? Like most teams decide not to go. There's a reason for that. Some of you, there's a reason most teams say, "Oh no, I'm not going." You ain't a Philly fan. You talking about knowing Adam Bowman? That means you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Adam Bowman is a dude that could ball, and he's gonna be worth more money than he is right now. If you're gonna get him, better get him now. That boy's gonna be worth some money when his first contract is up. Watch. Please forget Jonathan Isaac. Please stop it. No, 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 no. Yeah, Dolan and the front office may go. They might. He might make them go. But I hope Jalen Brunson and them sit down and say, hell no. For Jalen Brunson to say we haven't discussed it, they discussed it. For him, the only answer to that question for Jalen Brunson was a yes or no. Are you going to, for him to say, oh, we haven't discussed it, they ain't going. They ain't going. Maverick, you thought this was an open dialogue? Was somebody explain to Maverick? This ain't. Homeboy didn't catch that memo. No, sir. This is not an open dialogue. Mm-mm. No, it's not. I'm just saying. I'm helping you out. I'm just me trying to help you. This is not. You thought it was an open dialogue. Let me give you another thought. No. Julius Donnell? Julius who? Oh, you don't think James Dolan's a bigot? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I know he's the owner of the Knicks. That's all I care about. He's a bigot or not, that's his business. I know that they just set everybody up with this Okkie Doke, and he took all the heat. I like him for that. James Dolan's been pretty good now in recent years. So, yeah. So I don't know, and I really don't care. If the boy want to go to clan meetings after he signs this next deal, go. If he wants to go to Trump rallies, if he wants to be there at the Capitol, go. Just sign the right guy and get the hell and do what you got to do. I don't care. If he wants to go to clan meetings out on Long Island, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? If he wants IY shut out there, whatever. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. So I don't care what Dolan's politics is. I don't want him involving the team in his politics. That's what I don't like. Don't be telling the team they got to go see this guy when nobody wants to go. So no, don't do that. Exactly, Guilford. That's his business, whatever. Like I said, if he wants to light a cross up and wear a white sheet between games, okay, go do it. Just leave the team alone. And write them damn checks and leave the team alone. That's all. That's all, man. What his politics are, I don't care. I don't like him bringing it to our team. He shouldn't have allowed the orange agent to come to game 3. That was messed up. But whatever. Yeah, I know. But, the team going to decide. Maverick? Who are we speaking on, Maverick? Did I watch who in the playoffs? I'm sorry, I missed that part. You asked if I watched him. Is there a player named him that I don't know? Not that I'm aware, but I don't know who you're talking about. Did I watch him in the playoffs? I don't know. If we're still on the Adam Bona conversation, please understand, Adam Bona is 23 years old. He's going to get better. Even right now, he is plus 12 in the playoffs. That's what I do know. So if we're still talking about him, could you please move on? Because you're not making me change my mind about that boy, and I don't care what you think about him. Exactly. You got a lot of, you're right, Lonnie. You got a lot of dudes on the payroll, man. Exactly, Miss Smith. Can you please help? Come on. Some people you can repeat till I can't turn blue, but some people I could turn blue in the face and tell them and they still not get it. Shoot. I don't know, Malik. I will say this about Jaylen Brown. If Jaylen Brown is not on the Boston Celtics this fall, Boston's in trouble. That I will tell you. If Jaylen Brown is not on the Celtics roster this fall, Boston's in trouble. If you telling me they're gonna have the same team but minus Jaylen Brown, that's gonna be rough. Brown is the dog on that team. So is Tatum too, but you can't be missing a dog like that and think you're going somewhere. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Jalen Duren's another one. I don't know what they're going. I don't know. I've been hearing all kind of rumors. My thing is, if I'm Detroit, I resign Duren to go with Cade. I'm surprised they let go of Beef Stew though. I was surprised they let Beef Stew go. He's really like a heart and soul type dude, So I was surprised they let Beef Stew go. A roughneck they like to have next to Duren. So I don't know what they're going to do. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's what I'm saying. So I don't have no problem with him. And now that I figured out what they were really trying to do in the Knicks front office, I understand. Dolan was willing to take the heat. I get it. It's all good, man. Yeah, I was sad they let Beef Stew go. I was wondering about that. Why they let Beef Stew go? So yeah. But whatever Dolan's politics are, he should keep that to himself. I don't care what he believe or what he do, whatever. Like I said, if he was a Klansman, just be a Klansman, but just leave the team alone. See. Serial killer Mitch Rob is gone. You kind of came in late, but I was just explaining that they knew this from the beginning of the 2025 season that they were going to lose Mitch Rob. This is not new. Mitch Rob will be leaving, and they're going to replace him with a minimum contract that will be better. Believe it or not, we're going to move on. We're going to move on from Mitchell Robinson. Yes, we are. And I'm telling you, much as I like Mitch, I like Diabate, I like Misi, and I like Bona better. And I think we'll be in good shape. Yeah, I think we'll be in good shape. So we'll see. I like Ariel Hooporti. I think we'll be good. Yeah, let Mitch go get his bag. Let him go down to the bayou, fish out there, them shrimp and gumbo and mess, and drive his big behind truck down there with them gators and enjoy himself. I think he should. Is Julius Randle mad? Yes. Did y'all hear what Julius and his wife were saying when they first went to Minnesota? How much they was under pressure in New York and how they loved the more laid back lifestyle of Minnesota. That didn't age well. That didn't age well. You know, that didn't age well. So now he's back in New York, but he's in Brooklyn instead of being in Manhattan. Yeah, yeah, I know. They're good at that political talk. So go on. Yeah, you know what, Kevin, I'm with you. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I'm with you. Let's get that boy. Let's get him. Let's get him. Can we get him? We're gonna find out in a week or so. We'll find out after the first. Let's see what happens. We'll see what happens. Oh, I don't know. I tell me y'all getting into this. What's the word? Soap opera crap. I'm not into soap opera crap. I don't give two craps what Oakley does. He need to get his ass right and come back to the Knicks and quit playing. But if he don't, he don't. You understand? Oh, I don't know, Miss Stevenson. I don't think anything's gonna happen. They just won't go. I don't think anything happens. They just won't go. We'll see. We'll see. But there's stuff that matters, right? And there's stuff that don't matter. If the Knicks go to the White House or not, don't matter. If Julius is mad or not, don't matter. You understand? If Oakley want to still have his head up his behind, don't matter. What does matter is who's going to be on the Knicks this year, right? What does matter is who's going to be our top 10 and our roster this year. Yeah, Miles Bridges is from Michigan. He went to Michigan State, and he's from Michigan. I don't know if he's from Lansing. Maybe y'all would know that. If Miles Bridges is definitely from Michigan, though. He's from Michigan. So I'm not sure where. I know he went to Michigan State. I'm not sure where in Michigan he's from. But he's a natural-born Michigander. So I don't think he's from Detroit, though. But I don't think he'd mind going there. Well, I think this was a setup, Buddha. I keep telling you, this was a setup. I think he opened his mouth on purpose to call the dogs on himself, to get the dogs off Leon, to let Leon do what Leon was going to do anyway. What he's going to do anyway. See, so he just called the dogs off Leon and let it go on him, and then the Knicks are going to do what they was going to do anyway. They was never going to bring Mitch back. That was always the plan. They were never going to bring Mitchell Robinson back. No, I will not do that, Mr. Williams, Frank 5470, whatever. I'm not putting no damn curse on Dolan. No, man. No. He working with the Don. Leave him be. Damn. What y'all some tripping about? Mitch wasn't coming back. Get over it. He wasn't coming back. Some of y'all need to get over it, man. It's like a girl broke up with you and you won't let go. Let go. Let go. My oldest boy is pining for some chick he broke up with. I'm like, bro, come on, man. Come on, man. Stop. Come on, stop. Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go. We can move on. There's other fish in the sea. You understand? There's other fish in the sea. Move on. You know what I mean? So, damn. Mitch gone. Don't worry. He ain't coming back. He gone. I hope he gets his bag. I hope he happy. We ain't getting him. We ain't going over the second apron either. I think Sims just opted into his deal with the Bucks. And Sims, I don't know. I don't know. There's other options. Sims, what is Sims' contract? He just opted in with the Bucks. I don't know what he's getting this year. Let's see. What is Sims getting in Milwaukee? Where is that boy at? There he is. Okay. Let's see what Sims. He just opted in. Sims is in for 2.8. He opted into 2.8. But the other guys I mentioned, I would have above him. I would have above him. Yeah, I would have any of the guys I mentioned above Jericho. And Jericho, I like Jericho, but I would have any of the guys I mentioned. Do you think Jericho could hang with Wemby? What y'all think? Can Jericho Sims guard Wemby? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. Let's let go, man. Let's move on. Mitch is not going to be with us going forward. Let's let go and move on. Okay, gotta let it go, right, Malik? Gotta let it go. Yeah, can Jericho Sims guard Wemby? I don't know. That's whew, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I really can't make a definite judgment on that. But the other guys I mentioned, they all got a shot to guard that boy. So we'll see. Yeah, exactly, Malik. Let's let the Don do his thing, and then we'll see. And we're gonna know. I think within a week, we're gonna know. So we'll see. Yep, Sims got good feet. I agree with you. He got good feet. We know he could jump, and he's got good feet on the perimeter. He really does. I think he does. So, Angrill, I'm with you on that. But we'll see. We have to see what happens, man. Okay, Tickle. If I'm wrong about bitch, you'll be back to remind me, and I'll kick your ass out of here too. I don't care if you right or wrong. I told you what I think. Mitch ain't coming back. Bye. Sayonara. Enjoy someplace else. He ain't coming back here. Exactly, Malik. Damn, I gotta empower somebody to start pressing the third rail for me, man. Cause damn, you get too many of these knuckleheads in here. I'm gonna come back and remind you. What the hell are you? My nightmare or something? The hell? You gonna come back and remind me? Oh my God. What the hell I care? See, you gotta really find somebody that cares. I don't. I'm going to haunt you. Get a life aside from mine. Damn. Anyway, so yeah, we are exactly. We're gonna find out soon, though. I'm really interested if the Knicks are going to sign and trade Mitch, or are they just going to let him walk. I would try to get something back for him. What do you think? I would try to get something back for him. I would try to if I could see if I can get something back, but we'll see. We'll see how it works out. If they are, you're going to hear about in the next, let's say, 48 hours, right? You'll hear about it. Or you think Mitch can guard Cat? No. I don't think so. Not even Big Mitch can guard Cat. They ain't got an answer in the league for Cat yet. They ain't got that answer yet. No, they said they're not going to do that, J.K. Kelly, until 2028. 2028, they're going to decide that. Yeah, they're going to wait till 2028. So they're not doing the realignment thing for a couple of years now. So they're going to wait. And they're talking about Las Vegas and Seattle, I think. They're talking about those two cities getting a team. Okay. Yes, they'd have to bring back less than they send out. So if they were signing Mitch to whatever, 12, they have to send out an additional salary to bring back a salary. So yeah, crying fish, that's exactly what they do. So if we were sending him to New Orleans, they would need to send out probably 2 players and then get back the 3.5 million for Misi, plus send cash and draft capital. So yeah. No, exactly, Antonio. I'm agreeing with you. I think you're right. No, we'll be all right. Yeah, and I think it'll be Minnesota because Minnesota's the closest team to the East as far as flights than the rest of the teams in the West. Certainly, the Minnesota closer than Seattle to the East. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Timberwolves ended up being in the Central Division with Milwaukee, Detroit, Chicago, all those Central Division teams. Indiana, they could fly out there more easier than all the way to New York, say. So we'll see. Yeah, Memphis, I wouldn't think is an easy team to get to, you know. Exactly. Just let go, baby. Just let go and stop hanging on. Just stop whining. Let it go. We got other fish in the sea. Why you gotta, I think geographically that works nice. That's why. I think geographically that works. Yeah, Jericho. Well, Wham Productions, what he did was he opted into his last deal. He's at 2.8 million for this season, and so Jericho opted in at 2.8. Oh, I'm sorry to hear, John Mark, that you were sick. Hopefully, you're recovered. Sick is not fun, especially in the summer. Sick is terrible. So hopefully, you're recovered. Speaking of that, it's time for me to get something to eat. I'm getting hungry, man. So no, Yeshaya, unfortunately. Plus, Malik Beasley, why would we mention somebody that's being investigated by the league or has been recently? You have to understand the Knicks, that's not a good fit for the Knicks. It's not a good fit. That's not somebody they want in the locker room that just went through this. So I'm afraid, no, brother, he won't be somebody that fits. Don't be asking somebody that beat their woman, somebody that was investigated by the leagues. We don't want all that. We don't somebody that's going to be, Jerry Falwell preaching in the locker room. We don't want that. Y'all need to understand that ain't the right fit. We need players that know how to keep their mouth shut and play with the team, be within. You know what I'm saying? So, unfortunately, Malik would be a guy we could have got from Minnesota, but not right now. Yeah, he got the scarlet letter. Like, so does our boy Scary Terry. So does a few players. Miles Bridges beat up his woman, so no, that ain't gonna work either. And Jonathan Isaac looked like Moses, but think like Jerry Falwell. We don't need that either. You know what I mean? So no, 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 no. And I don't think Yeshaya we losing Shamit. I'm strongly believing Shamit will be back. I think Shamit will be back, and I think they'll fit him under the apron, and I think it'll be all right. I really do. I think we'll be all right. So I'm not worried about Shamit. Not worried about him at all. Ivy's another dude, man. He's become a religious fanatic. So you want that in your locker room, Shifty Lee? You want Isaac in the locker room preaching to everybody? No, I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. No, no, no. That's why he's not in Detroit no more. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. So, nah, we're trying to get basketball players that fit with our culture, with our team. You know, Ivy signed where, Angriel? Is he signed with someplace? Where he signed? Signed who? I don't know. I think they let go of Beef Stew to create space to try to get Jalen Brown. That's my theory, Alex. I think they let go of Beef Stew to create space to try to get Jalen Brown. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Do. I think we're gonna get Shamit back, and I think they already knew that. I think they already knew that. Yeah, so we'll see. We see. So anyway, y'all ask your questions. Hopefully, I gave you some answers. But in the meantime, I hope they can get. It depends on how many minimum deals they have. If they're gonna bring back Clarkson. I hope they can. I'd like to see him back. We'll see. Yeah, I didn't think he did either, Angro. I think he's out there floating in space right now. Oh, you call Ubre? Okay, we'll see. Ubre is not a five. We need a five right now, Shifty Lee. We need a five. We don't need another forward. We got plenty of them. We need a five. Okay, we need a five right now. So we'll see. Yeah, they did sign Isaiah Joe. You right, Malik. You right. They did. They wanted somebody next to Cade. Isaiah Joe is a good candidate. Good candidate. I liked him coming out of. I think he was in Arkansas. I liked Isaiah Joe, and I think he can ball too. So we'll see. Obviously, he got a chip already. We need a five guy though. We don't need Oubre. We need a five guy. So think of a five that works. That's not Jonathan Isaac, please. Not Moses Brown, please. Somebody legit. You know what I mean? We'll see. We're gonna see soon. The Don's getting ready to unveil what he's doing. We're gonna all see the next chess move. But in the meantime, be safe out here. Enjoy your weekend. Hopefully, you and your family are safe and enjoying your weekend and getting ready to strap up for tomorrow and Monday. Well, some of y'all, me myself, I'm still retired, so I'm chilling. But please stay safe out here. We're gonna find out, what is it, Wednesday, what's going on. Mm-hmm. Thank you, APOC. Exactly, Humberto. Exactly. I'm feeling the same way. The same way. Let's let the Don do his thing. We'll be all right. He already knew this was coming. Some of us just handling it now. Yeah, exactly. Nice. We're gonna see. You know who's gonna be busy? Shams is gonna be real busy come Wednesday. Real busy. Because there's gonna be a lot of activity. We'll see. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Be safe. Thank you for hanging out and talking our Knicks, talking our game, talking our team, seeing what we got. Blessings on all of you. Shalom.